Today I dug up more potatoes. This is the third haul of potatoes, and no, I haven't done a video because I'm too busy digging up potatoes. Look, see? It's almost done. And then we just need to be taking off the round pieces. So today I've been picking up and cleaning mostly the kitchen, you know, weird grime grunk. And I do a little bit of housework, and then I come out here and work on a little bit of the clouds. So what do you think so far? These will be the back parts of those, the dark marks. And I just kind of wanted to get that blast of sky. And then like how I did here, I'll bring that all forward. So up here I'm gonna do some light wisp of like pink and red, pink, purple maybe, I don't know. And I gotta do something here so it doesn't make it so like Northern Lights looking. And I want to take this whole like shelf type cloud and push it backwards by like intricately putting in, you know, in here, but like behind here, if that makes any sense. And I did, was working on, this is where I ended. Good thing that oil paint's blendable. So I've been wisping through and making this bluer to cut down on some of that brown that I had there. Oof, as you saw yesterday. But anyway, that's the progress. I still don't know what I'm going to be doing. Like, I don't even know if I want to be doing that. I might end up creating like another mountain or some like rocks. I don't know where I'm going with it, but it's exciting. Here I am, messy hair and everything, and blotches. Yeah, I'm a frizzy, frizzled mess. So we moved a trampoline yesterday from our house to my daughter's house, my oldest daughter's, for my grandson. And y'all know about my pine allergy. It's great, isn't it? Yeah, it's awesome. So, that being said, yeah. So, I don't know if you guys saw that, but, well, ignore the fact that I still have to pressure wash. But that entails everything off out of here. But anyways, my $15 find. Isn't that cute? I think my mom and my dad are going to be bringing us over another Adirondack chair. That one I got in Whitehall when we went up to go help my mom and dad. Just leave it at that. That's my mess. But other than that, ooh, these are going to be going to Ohio with us. The rest that we use, you know, on a regular basis are in the truck. But got our table area. More mess. I gotta pressure wash the bottom of the door, find a home for that children's easel, because the kids just don't come and play as much as they used to, so they might as well take it home. And I say they, whether it be my grandson or a little boy named Trey that we all have had in our family since he was just a couple months old. But, you know, the log splitter, the grill, I call this the torture device. So my husband bought this for me. It's an inversion table. He bought this for me thinking it'll help me with my back and stuff, but it pinched a nerve and I've never got on it since. Yeah. Pool, we don't do much anymore, but here it is. We did offer it to my oldest and her husband, but yeah, it's still here. So then we got a sitting area there, but this cleaning out this back patio, every year I do this, and this year I didn't do anything fun or pretty or nothing, because every year we decide to do something inside. Jeez, my hair's a wreck. Every year we decide to do something inside, and it all goes out here and fills up the back patio and on the pool table, and I have to start all over again. So I thought, if this year, if I didn't gussy it up and maybe leave a little mess for fall. Just kidding. I got to take care of that. Probably either this week or next week. Yeah. So anyway, this is our bench swing. But I thought I'd take you guys out to the garden because it's like been a minute since I've done that. And man, my hair is frizzly. It is hot and humid today. So hot and humid. Also, the hose is always out, and I've always got projects going on over here all the time. I'm going to turn my camera around so you can stop looking at my frizzy mug, and we'll show you the garden and some of the troubles and mistakes we made this year and some of the fixes we need to do, some of the changes, and some of the plans for next year. First, we might as well start with this monstrosity. And you're probably looking at this saying, what monstrosity? Well, beginning of the year, first of all, we planted really early in mid-April, and we got crazy on square footage of how much can we just pack in. So the basil's fine, which I need to take off these again. And Bunky, if you're watching, hello, my basil friend and sister. Yeah, so first of all, the tomatoes will not be here next year. But in the beginning of the year, we put lettuce all in between, which was fine, but we left it too long, which created spotting, which we still have some of. See that? And it's not blight. However, because of all the rains and this, that, the other thing, I don't know, it could be blight, who knows. But I just went out, and for like months now, I've been out here chopping foliage, okay? But it hasn't stopped our tomato growth. We have got so many tomatoes inside. People need to come get them. So we've been eating the tomatoes, cooking the tomatoes. I'm the only one who actually eats a raw tomato. But anyway, then not only was our lettuce a problem with the breathing down here and the wind flow to get through, it was blocking it. Then I decided, well, let's make it worse by planting peas all the way around. And I didn't know, because normally the peas that I do are short. These peas were like way up. Bigfoot had to put string going from here to here and there to there, all the way around. So all the way around we had pea plants. I waited until the peas peed, until they made a, pea pod. And then I picked what I could, even though we had tons of flowers, tons more growth for those peas. We wasted seeds because those peas could have had a lot more, but instead I took a loss on the peas for the tomatoes, and I ripped them all out of there. Do not plant anything around your tomatoes. I know this, it was stupid, and now I really know. So it's been hot and humid, and then we've had so much rain. Look, all these are just dying right off. I gotta cut that off. I was just out here yesterday, so I don't know where that even came from. But anyway, like I said, with all the struggles and the stupid mistakes, we still have gorgeous, and I'll show you the ones inside. And I can't show you the ones, well, I think I did do a video. I made fried green tomatoes and sauce, and I've been using them. So, but this is still, we have bottom to top growth all the way up here, all the way up, and then up to the sky. So it's only mid-July, well, going towards the end of July, and I mean, we're already past. That's all I can say. So anyways, this is the heirloom beef steak, and it has gone just everywhere. So actually this guy needs to get, geez, we got meters all the way over here. So this is about a 4-foot space from pole to pole, and that heirloom tomato takes up this whole thing. So I need to take these guys and bring them this way. And obviously I have a whole nother one I have to string up, so that looks like fun. So that was our troubles this year. But with all those troubles, I would say that we're still doing pretty good. Yeah, that thing is huge. Huge, huge, huge. So big. So big. Look at those. Gorgeous, gorgeous tomatoes. They're not store perfect, but I'll tell you what, we grow them. This one's cat-faced. Let me come around the pole. This one's cat-faced, which you get a lot with heirloom, but you know, through the stem, you're gonna have it'll be, you know, I call it the meat of the tomato. You'll have it here and you'll have it here, but the middle, well, you can either cook it down or throw it out in your compost. Always throw your scraps into the compost and put it back in for the next year. So this is the, it's the cherry red husky tomato. These are your cherry tomatoes, and they go all the way over here. So to give you a look, that's the whole, that plant goes over here. So again, with either whether it was blight or whatever it was, we've had a major issue with, you know, it started off great. It looked wild in here. I mean, you couldn't even see in here. It had so much foliage. But as those pea plants and that lettuce stayed, well, it happened, and it was unfortunate. But again, imagine if that didn't happen, how these would look. But anyway, so yeah, that's the cherry maters. This one is the early girl. Yep. And these guys are all my jubilees. These are all jubilees. And again, I've had to cut so much foliage, but we have maters coming. Now these ones are always later than the rest. Every single one of these, when ripe, will turn orange. And they're my favorite tomatoes. Yep, my favoriteest. But see, we still have flowers coming, more flowers coming. You can hear that cicada in the background. See all the flowers coming. So, I mean, it's not struggling. It's just they've all had a really big haircut over the past few months. But these tomatoes are my favorite. Absolutely. This is a volunteer Jelly Jump Up Viola that I planted, and of course we got more basil. This one, I got off all the red tomatoes and put them in the house, and these are the pink ox heart, but I don't want to skip the extra jubilee right here. It's doing pretty okay. It's just starting. This was one of our last tomatoes that we planted. And I have some things I have to clip up better. This one is, yes, again, the pink ox heart. They grow really, really funny, and they do turn like a pink orange, pink red. And then this is the beefsteak. So, except for the two, yeah, look at those beefsteaks. This one I grew from seed. They're huge. Okay, so except for this heirloom and except for that cherry and the early girl, all the rest of these I did from seed in the house. So you can tell the difference. Those grow pretty quick because you're already buying a plant that's already on its way, or usually has its first blooms for early tomatoes. And then we do ours inside. From seed. So we plant the plants. All right, enough of the maters. This is our garden that I need to weed. We've had a lot of roses this year. But a lot of them have come to fall, but then there's new buds coming out and a new bloom up there. And this is my fairy house. My mom and my stepdad gave us this fairy house, and when they first got it, they know a guy who builds them. And when they first got it, they were going to bring it to me because they're like, oh, that looks like Heather. And my youngest daughter set it here on the stump because she thought she lined it up just right where she thought it looked just like it kind of, well, it belongs here. That's all. So, yeah, we've got a lot of growth. The silver mounds are perking back up. A lot of rain. Silver mounds do not like all that rain. They like split instead of being all mounded. And this guy is being crazy. Yep. So this is our thyme. This walk going up. Eventually I'll have thyme growing all in between. This is the oregano, the only one that I let go to flower to seed. And then this oregano down here I chopped because I don't want it doing that and bolting. This one I did leave so that way it creates seeds. Yeah, so we got plenty of chives, and look at all these seeds. I'm going to plant these, and then we'll have more chives. So speaking of more chives, we also have more chives over here, which need to get a haircut, and the sage, more chives over here. So we have thyme growing all the way down into the fern, and the spearmint is everywhere, and of course I keep some clover in there, our strawberries. Now we have lily beetles over here now, so I'm gonna have to get out the neem oil and the cocoa wetting agent. We only had my daughter has lily beetles really bad too, so it's just a thing. And if you don't know what a lily beetle is, I'm not gonna take care of it right this second while I'm recording. But if you do not know what a lily beetle is, well, heavens, it's not. Focus. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll show a picture again of lily beetles if you don't know what they are. But they lay their babies, their larvae, on your leaves. And then when you start seeing your leaves like that, that's their lily beetle larva just eating away at your lily. But our lily already came and went, and we haven't had that problem until now. So I did this last year, and look at this. It is just everywhere. So pretty, going over the stump. And I planted some moss months ago, and it's coming down just the way I wanted it. So what I did is I watered the outside to promote this to keep going where I wanted it to go. This is our lavender. Little ladybug. This is our squash. This is our yellow squash and our zucchini. So we've gotten a couple, and that's about it because the bees weren't really over here, but they have started. So there's a zucchini here, and where did I see the other? Right over here. And there's a cute little zucchini there. They're little, they're cute. And see this lettuce? This is all volunteer from last year. I've pulled tons of it out, and you just can't get rid of it now. I know I saw some yellow parsley. All these volunteer tomato plants, look at that, they're flowering. These, I don't even know what they are. They started last year, or 2 years ago, and then what I did was I pulled them all up from out of the raised beds, which I'll show you guys in a second. But from 2 years ago, these are tomato plants from 2 years ago seed. I don't know how it happened, it just they're volunteers. But anywho, let's see. I knew I saw some in here. There we are. We got some more coming. We've only actually gotten one actual squash that's yellow. The other 3 kind of went to mush at a very young age, about like that big. They just kind of got mushy. So, yeah. The cucumbers need help. I'm forever pulling out all these leaves. But anyway, a lot of cucumbers this year. We got 7 or 8. And then I picked a couple more, and then now we've got, well, actually I picked like 4 more, and now we have like a bunch more coming. Got cucumbers for days, cucumber salad. Gotta love your occasional fat one. So there's another. And we do have some that are, during the day your leaves will do this, and then when it gets dusk, obviously you need to bottom water, but when it gets dusk, before you even water, these will perk up. Yeah, so, but anyway, yeah, they look pretty good. I mean, there's a lot more in there. There's even one on the ground down there somewhere. This is the change we're going to make next year. The tomatoes are not going to be here. Next year, I'm doing a straight line of cucumber plants and then doing the same thing. I'll be stringing them up. See that? You string them up. So I'll be doing that, but they'll be going in one big straight line. I don't know where I'm going to plant them to do that, but we've got plenty of space to do so. So, which we're blessed and thankful for. Got the hose out, which I won't be using till later. So now we have this jungle. This jungle is ridiculous. Yeah. Another thing I'm gonna do next year is not plant Brussels sprouts so close together. I've never planted Brussels sprouts before. I didn't know how big they got, wide or tall. I thought they were more like a cabbage and they just Brussels sprouted within, you know, whatever. But I don't know. Try new things and learn new things, right? So we've got a lot of bell peppers coming. We've had quite a few this year. We have jalapeno back there. If I can get in here. There's a new one starting. We've got a couple of those, which if you guys saw my ornery video yesterday, yeah. Anyway, these are like a habanero or something. They're just a hot Portugal pepper. They get 6 to 7 inches. Well, they're that. So I don't know if I should pick them while they're green and let them go red, or just let them go red on the bush, because I've never done these peppers before. So yeah, we got in between, we got all of our bell peppers, and then in the back we have our jalapenos, and then on the outside we have all of these crazy looking and growing Portugal peppers, which are supposed to turn red. Yeah. This is our carrots. Yep. In the middle we had radishes, and well, they're gone, and now we just have carrots. Every other year we let our green onion go to seed. This year, you can't eat the stalk. Do not do that. But you can eat the runners still. I just call them runners. I don't know what they're called. Shoots, runners, whatever. But don't eat this part. Don't eat this part at all. This is so we plant onions with eggplant to keep the pests away, and it seems to work. We have an eggplant growing here. Another one. This one's a flower coming. Actually, that's a flower. That's a flower. I'll bring you guys around to go see that beast. We have 6 eggplants. Yeah, not growing, but 6 plants. Yesterday, I pulled up the potatoes. Yep. And it all went into the compost. Yep. I did leave some that weren't growing yet. Like, they just started to grow. So maybe we might get some during the fall. And oh no, we have a eggplant flower that couple of them that went away with the rain last night. So anyways, I got my pitchfork here, and I might have Bigfoot run through a little bit. Anything like this, I just kind of left in there. I did bring some, this, not this small, but like, you know, like that for like soups or whatnot. Or you can do twice baked smashed potatoes. So before I bring you to that jungle, we'll go through here and check out this jungle over here. See, there's more lettuce. It just pops up everywhere. The kale did not do good this year so far. There's still hopes for like fall, late August into fall. It doesn't like the heat. I planted it way too close together, whatever. So this is our eggplant growing. These are going to be bigger. These will be your big eggplants that you buy in the grocery store, like if you want to make eggplant parmesan. Over here are all the new green onions that Bigfoot grew. They're not chives, these are green onions, so they're going to get thick and tall. And I have a lot of weeding to do. All the work I've been doing out here, I come out here some days and it's like, what have I even done? Ugh, it's just constant, people. So some of these plants are really little with the Brussels sproutings. And then some of the plants are really, really doing well. And look at those sprouts. Look at those sprouts. So down below is where your more mature sprouts are growing. They'll be done before these, going up. And they go all the way up. Every single one of these leaves, of course, has water for the animals and the bugs and butterflies. It's awesome. But every single one of these gets a sprout. I've never grown these before, Bigfoot, and I think these are so cool. But he said next year we'll have to spread them out. Like, yeah, no kidding. But, yeah, pepper flowers. Okay, so the green beans. We now have a huge banana box plus a whole gallon bag full, which we use the gallon bag. Do not store your beans in bags. They will get caca. But I did them Friday and Thursday, and then Bigfoot did them on Saturday. And look at these. Just cut and come again. I'm telling you, people. Heirloom Blue Lake bush beans. Cut and come again. They will have you eating all the way until it snows. And the flowers are just really, really cute. I do have to get the slug bait out here again because we do have some chewing, but we had a huge grasshopper in here, and they're leaf eaters too. So this is where the deer ate. As you can see, they're doing just fine. I mean, of course, we have the new eatage, I think. I think this is old eatage. It just hasn't. See, but they're all growing right back up. So the deer didn't do any harm to our beans. No harm. And they haven't been back, so they've been busy. So this tomato was another volunteer. And then there's another volunteer over there just growing. I'm just going to let it go, do what it does. But we do have to add, so now in here, we had so many tomato plants, we couldn't even give them away. I've had to put them in the middle of the beans. So we have these big stalks coming up. We have to add a poles. So Bigfoot got this big, I think they're called furring strips. So we're definitely gonna have to put those in there, but look at that. Isn't that crazy? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then over there in the squash patch, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 1 there, 2 there, and 1 there. Yep. I don't know about y'all, but oh my goodness, these cucumbers this year are cracking me up. We've had like ones that look like a shape of a gourd, And we've had quite a few, and we've been feeding them, so I don't know, they're just funky. Funky. Yeah. So anyways, that's pretty much the garden update. The frog, Tobias of Alley's, hey Junior, he now lives back here, but we've only seen him once after not seeing him for 3 weeks. Allie has asked me if I've seen her frog, and I have not. That's the hosta the deer ate last year, so it didn't hurt it to grow back. But anyway, I have not seen the frog. I do need to fill this pond. That's our rhubarb, which also got eaten this year, but that's grown back. Our lilies are lilying, but again, the darn lily beetles are just raising havoc. I don't remember if those ones are tiger lilies or if they're stargazer. I think they're tiger. I do believe our stargazer, the red lily beetles won. This is a flower that come back from the pallet garden we did last year, and then I transplanted them back here. Our crazy curly parsley, our Italian parsley, and more curly. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Our berry bushes this year went nuts. So I'm trying to train them to go up this fence panel we have here. But we had so many. This was all from last year. So I want to get these to come up and connect to the fence. So we got quite a few berries, and we have more to grab out of the woods. So the trampoline was here, and to cut down my mowing, I had taken all of these pine needles and put them underneath the trampoline. So we can either clear this pile and bag it and get rid of it, or put it out into the woods, or we can take soil and make a big hugelkultur. I would add some wood and some different things, compost, and we can add a huge, I'll shape it up and do a hugelkultur mound for another garden over on this side. Yeah, but as you can see, there's like a lot of shade back there, so I would probably maybe leave that and do maybe lettuce in the back, or I could push the whole thing up front and have it here, and we would have way, this is our mess from yesterday when we took it down, but we would have more than enough room, especially when we knock down this wood. We would have more than enough room to just do whatever. Yeah. So anyways, this has been a really long video. It's over a half an hour of me just talking. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bigfoot and I have just been really busy. And when I'm not busy, I sit here and here. And we've put up these, anyone who hasn't seen the videos, we put up these 4 posts because we are going to be putting beams over top, and you know, from one, can never get my finger right, beams over here to over there, and you know, rectangle it in, square it in, it's rectangle, and you know, give us some more structure and stability and all that fun jazz. So yeah, that's pretty much been our summer so far. Other than that, I've just been painting, and we're excited to get on with the rest of our summer doing some things, and yep, frizzy haired things, getting into the pine. Yep. So I haven't done a gardening video in a while because I didn't see where, I don't know. I know a lot of you like it, so that's why I do them, and I like to share. But some people don't like the gardening type stuff, so you know, I'm just gonna keep doing what I do when I want to do it. Yeah. Yeah, so if I feel ornery, we'll be ornery, and if I feel serious, we'll be serious, and if I feel like being a little lake fairy frolicking through the garden or the woods, I'm going to do that too. And I am sorry that we haven't yet done a lot of the Adirondack stuff I said I wanted to show, but we just haven't been able to get out there and do it. We've been busy. And we need to stop being busy and just take our time and just do it. Because time is not given, you have to take it. I mean, time is given, but if you don't take the time you're given, then it just keeps going. Okay, I'm rambling. I love you guys. God bless. Jesus' name, and have a great day.